The organization I work for in Newcastle has a department called DEI. The organization I work for right now in Newcastle, in England, has a department named DEI. And that department is diversity, equality, and inclusion. So I work under that department. It's called diversity, equality, and inclusion. I work right here in Newcastle. And my immediate supervisor is a lady who is basically younger than myself. She must be in her 30s. I'm already above 40. And this organization I'm working with respects gender issues so much. And it's one plus I give to the English people, or people in England I'm working with at the moment. Gender issues are so important if you're going to move your company forward. If you're going to move your company forward, it's so important. Now, someone said that men come from Mars and then women come from Venus. Men come from Mars, women come from Venus. It was a book, and in that book, the author was saying that men are different from women. Take a moment and think about it. I'm a man. What makes me a man? I don't know, but I know I'm a man. And I know women. I have daughters and I've dealt with women. My mother, of course, is a woman. My father, a man. So I clearly understand the difference between us, but also the similarities between us, because at the end of the day, we are human beings. There is a man, there is a woman. I won't go into other issues. Today I'm talking about gender basically. Now, when you talk about men, men are unique in their own way. Women are unique in their own way. Men are strong in their own way. Women are strong in their own way. Men cannot exactly be women. Women cannot exactly be men. There are some differences that come with our biology. The XX and then the XY chromosome somehow defines us in a different way. Now, at work, I'm seeing a woman. At work, I'm seeing a man. How do I handle our gender differences so that they don't overlap, they don't disorganize, they don't destroy our businesses? How do I handle the emotional needs of the female workers and the emotional needs of the male workers? How do I know how women handle their stress and how men handle their stress? How do I know how women love, what they want in terms of respect at work, and what men want? How do I know that their emotional needs are different, their communication styles may be different, their handling of pressure may be different, their managing of loss may be different, their equality needs may be different? How do I handle that as a business owner? Come with me in this masterclass. Welcome. My name is Kato Mukasa, an international commercial lawyer and entrepreneurship coach. In the studio with me today is Dennis Bongole, who is working on our IT to ensure that you get the best video, the best photo from me, and you can be able to hear us right here from Newcastle. Welcome. Now, Think Better is a consultants firm that is largely doing business in Africa, connecting Africa to the rest of the world. We want to connect Africa to the rest of the world. We want to bring Africa to the world. We bring the rest of the world to Africa by doing business, by bridging the gap, which we have seen is there. There is still a gap. Forget about social media, forget about the internet. There is still a gap between Africa and the rest of the world. We want to bring more business to Africa and more business from Africa to Europe, to US, and to the rest of the world. That's why we have created this company. We design websites for you that give you insights about Africa, that will tell you where to invest, that will tell you who to work with in your sector. We shall tell you exactly that. We shall help you have these websites, also manage them. We can do documentaries for you on investment. You want to do a documentary in Kenya, we are there. In Tanzania, we are there. In Malawi, in Zambia, in Rwanda, in Mozambique, in South Africa, we can do these documentaries for you on business. You can actually do short movies for you on business, on entrepreneurship, on everything business language you want to do. We all know one thing, the business love. Here we talk about business, 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 no politics. It's about entrepreneurship. How do we make it in life? How do we escape poverty as a people living fairly in this world? Welcome to this masterclass. We are talking about gender, and gender. Why you should adopt a gender-based approach in your business style. I've just told you the organization I'm working with, I'm under the department called DEI, Diversity, Equality, and Inclusion. They are smart. Now I'm asking you, watching me, and we have a company. Have you ever thought of having a DEI department in your company? A company that looks at diversity, that looks at equality, that looks at inclusion. Or you are the kind of guy who says, oh, we don't want to deal with homosexuals, we don't want to deal with women, we don't want to deal with men. I watched a movie yesterday where a man who is now 75 years has spent 56 years alone running away from women. This man is in Rwanda. There's a documentary there. Living a very miserable, poor life. This man is so miserable. He has lived a life running away from women that he built a house, a mud house, running away from women, and put a toilet, stupid toilet inside there that he hates seeing women. You can't believe this. In Africa, there are people who are so negative that when they meet a woman in the morning, they think that's a curse. How stupid can you be to think that a woman brings bad omen to you? You must be very stupid. But I'm telling you, there are prophets who teach men to think that women are dirty, women are not worthy. That's wrong. Women make us. Women produce us. How do you say women are bad luck? Images of bad luck. Women are dirty because they are menstruating. Women make us. We love women. We sleep with them. We make babies with them. There's nothing wrong with a woman menstruating because it's part of nature. In fact, when she tells you, I've missed my periods, you are going to worry. Now, why should you be so stupid to hate her because she's in her bad days? You know? So, now, you must avoid the negative rhetoric about women, but also women must accept men and work together as a team. We are not competing. I always tell women, look, we are not competing. We are complementing each other. We are like partners in a marriage, in a relationship. We cannot be fighting each other, but we can complement each other and then move forward. Now, how do we make that work at our office? You have to create that department I've told you, diversity, equality, and inclusion. Include women, at least among the employees. Even if the directors are all women, have a way to get men inside. Now, know that women manage stress differently from men. Science has shown that there's a way we manage stress differently. Our communication approaches are different. Some are emotional, others are problem solving. Some are going to retrieve and keep it to themselves, others are going to speak out. We manage loss, we manage stress differently. So you must get the experts. I'm not an expert in psychology. I'm just giving you a pointer. When we have this masterclass where we're going to pay at one point, we'll be having experts to tell you these differences. But I'm just giving you pointers that women manage life differently when it comes to stress. When a woman loses a child, she's going to manage differently. I'm going to manage differently. A woman is going to take long to forget a few situations. That's why women love hard. Women generally love genuinely. For us men, I don't think so. I don't think I have the love a woman can have for me. To be honest, women love genuinely. Women are so genuine in so many things. I just like women. They are so intentional, they are so genuine. So the way we handle our things is so different. We may be different at work, we may be having different energies, not the muscular one. This is useless. We are now using IT, we are using computers, we are using apps. This muscular of boxing is no longer applicable in this 21st century. We are looking at equality, we are looking at emotional handling. It's different. How do you give support to a woman who's mentally stressed, and a man? Do you have experts in the company who can sit down this woman, who can analyze the woman who is suffering, who can analyze a man who is suffering? Men go through stress a lot these days. Men go through stress a lot. In the US, there are many young mothers, there are many independent women, there are many single women. Why? Men are going through a lot of stress. Men are into prison for not taking care of their own children. There are so many pressures men go through. So women should also be considerate and understand that men face challenges just like women face challenges. So we need to understand each other. We must have experts at our companies who can communicate with us in the style we want. I may be so weak talking to women, but a fellow woman can be so good talking to women. Maybe another man may be so talented talking to a woman employee who is having trouble. So we must always look for who can do this work better at communicating, because we handle stress differently, we communicate differently, we have different emotional needs, we have different communication style. A woman may complicate her communication when she's talking with a man she hates. They are competing at work, they are seeing themselves in a bad light. How do you bring that synergy? How do you bring rapport? How do you create love without hating, without hurting any of them? Equality is key. Equality enhancement, equality management, control of stress, control of emotion. We control these things differently. Men may control their emotions differently from women. How do you manage that? You have a department that can help you to read the psyche of this gender. You solve the gender wars. There are so many gender wars in our companies. We must learn to love and respect one another. Don't talk rubbish before a woman. Don't demean women. They are going to call you a misogynist. They are going to call you a sexist. Don't demean women. Women, respect men also. Don't demean men. Men go through their own troubles. They will not tell you because of the male ego. I cannot say this before a woman, but a woman is better than you. Accept she is better than you. Seek advice, seek help from a woman. Don't be so emotionally charged and very confident. I cannot ask a woman. I used to be in class when I was doing O level, and there was this sister of mine. We had the same clan, Nasaka Betty. She died recently. She used to beat me at mathematics, and I used to feel so bad. I should tell you this. Betty, who is my clanmate, we have the same clan, used to beat me at mathematics in every exam we did. She even beat me in the final exam. I tell you, she was so good. She had a distinction, I had a credit, Now, Betty was so good. I was could be annoyed. I was the first in the class always, but in mathematics, Betty was giving me sleeplessness. She was getting 80, I'm getting a 60, and I could hate it. How can Betty, of all girls in this class, beat me? Moreover, we are clanmates. She's my sister. How can she beat me? Betty was so good at mathematics, but I had the male ego. How can I get a 60 and this Betty is getting a 95? Betty could get a 95 in a mathematics paper. She was so good. Those who were with me at Bristol Sacrament Kimanya, no, that young woman was beautiful, but also so good at mathematics. We go to physics, Betty is tough. We go to chemistry, Betty is tough. Nasaka Betty was so good at sciences. Now, women can be good. I should tell you this. Never underestimate women. Let us not compete against women. Let us work together. Then let us have the photos for this masterclass. We need to work as a team. Thank you, Dennis. We need to work as a team. Respect the genders, a woman, a man. Respect everyone. We need to work as a team. Dennis, very fast. We've done this. Avoid stress. Women handle stress differently. Talk to them. Know their language. Know their love language. Know their communication language. A bad attitude is like a flat tire. You cannot go anywhere until you change the tire. Don't be emotional. We can be emotional. Women can be emotional. Men can be emotional. That is my boss, my first boss, that the Minister of Gender. She was the Minister of Gender. She's the current Vice President of Uganda. She used to be my boss when I was a consultant at the Uganda Youth Council, National Youth Council, Youth Department, where I got my first job as a consultant. She was my boss, but she used to say, we follow orders. And I'm the general here. She was, by that time, I think, a captain. She's a soldier. That is the vice president of Uganda today. She was my boss when I was consulting in Uganda some time back. And she used to say, I am a soldier. I give orders. Don't think I'm a woman who's going to be weak. She used to tell us and give us orders as consultants. Women think. Look at the Prime Minister of England, where I am right now, Sunak. He respects the mom and actually kneels down. Women should be respected, and you have to be grateful. You have to thank everyone. Think for yourself before you argue with someone. Ask yourself: is this person mentally mature enough to grasp the concept of the different perspective I'm going to share? Yeah. Sometimes we don't see things in the same way. Sometimes our approaches to life are different. Sometimes we hate things which other people don't think they are troublesome. Learn to appreciate that. Consistency is the key. Look at this photo. I got it from this guy. And in this photo, I was learning from Swabla to keep showing up, to keep persisting, to keep sometimes trying. There's no easy way. Sometimes the hard way. Then let us continue with this. I was also watching this documentary from this guy, and I was talking about India and how India solves the gender issues differently. And I loved India in how to handle women these days. They're no longer basing so much on the caste system. They're running away. I was watching this documentary and I loved everything this man was talking about gender equality in India. Look at this man and this woman, you look at that kind of impression you have there. Are they working as partners? Are they fighting? Is this woman communicating? Is she yelling at you? There's a way you have to learn how people communicate. A contract of employment should be clear, should respect DEI, diversity, equality, and inclusion. Don't be homophobic in this century. Love everyone. This Kenyan woman is so hardworking. She has been making millions selling stuff in Kenya. That is a queen. That queen is called Queen Nojmet. She was a queen in the 21st century dynasty of the ancient Egypt between 1570 to 1520 BCE. That queen at Thebes made history. She was a very strong woman. Women can be strong. When you look at the history, the Cleopatra, the others, women have been fighting. Women have been very strong. Women have been leading armies, battalions of soldiers. You have to respect gender. Everyone is strong in their own way. Everyone is weak in their own way. We can be partners just like a couple at home. We work together in peace, in comfort, in love, with respect. Look at that photo. If you zoom it, you are going to see the message is so discomforting. Someone says, look at that man. Look at those men. The muscular way of handling things. Men, I should tell you, power is not the solution. Your muscular power is the solution. Look at Bobby Wine, the way he handles women. I love Bobby Wine, the way he handles women and the elderly. Gender is important. Gender is important for a politician. And look at this guy of Facebook, the truth behind Facebook ads. He looks at you and understands what you want. Look at this guy. He's trying to break out of the cycle. Think beyond. Think outside your limitations. Think outside your limitations. Within the box, but also outside the box. That's how you can progress and handle gender differently but respectfully. We can handle gender differently but respectfully, and each of us can do our best regardless of our gender. Don't base on someone's sex preferences. Don't base on someone's who someone loves, who someone sleeps with, whether they are gay, whether they are transgender, whether they are like you, heterosexual. Respect everyone. Work with everyone. In our company, we are willing to work with everyone because work is work. We respect everyone and we want to work with everyone. Thank you for being part of the show. See you in the next one.